Hey there, what's happening, yo? Here for the Q&A, couple minutes early. Thought I'd give you a chance to trickle in. I gotta get some OBS software on the road so that the harmonica sounds better. What's up, Maximiliano? Hey, Chicken Man. Yeah, the bowling alley. Boy, I wish we had been inside for that date. All right, I'm going to start while you guys come in by answering some of the questions from the YouTube videos that I put up earlier this week. Sorry, the promotion for this Q&A was so poor. As most of you know, I live in New Orleans, and we've been dealing with the hurricane. And I've been on the road, but I landed in Houston. I wasn't able to go home, wasn't able to do any of the Skype lessons that I had scheduled. So I went from one tour directly to the other after being kind of stranded in Boston, not in a bad way, just in a hotel for a couple of days. And then I drove home from Houston with the club owner this is a band house above the club. I drove home to get Kate and the cat and to rescue some cigars. And so, yeah, it was really hard for me to get any promotion up for this. So for now, hold your questions. I'm gonna, there's one right there. No, I just play them. I don't believe really that you need to break in harmonicas other than like tuning them. But for now, hold your questions. I'm going to answer some questions. Okay, so Chicken Man, who's here, asked, do you think playing power chords on harmonica has more potential? So that would be the first and the fifth note of a scale. So I don't know that I've ever even done that, Chicken Man. Let me see. So let's see. They're like in cross harp, that would be the 2 draw and the 5 draw. Oh, yeah. So that's like fifths, right? Yeah. So that would be single. I can't even really do it. You know who's really good at that is Alan Holmes and also Winslow Yerxa. But yes, it absolutely has potential. On chromatic, Little Walter did it all the time. Okay, let me see. Next question down the list. Let's see. All right. Okay, somebody asked this question, and Harmonica Man asked this question, Jan, and somebody answered it for him really, really well. And that somebody is Michael Mitchell, about what reeds would you work on for overdraws and overbends. So I would start with 4, 5, and 6, and I would just start by adjusting the action. So just lowering the action on both the blow reed and the draw reed. And I would do that on a Hohner harmonica, or basically I hate to slam any harmonica company, but I have to be honest. Any harmonica that's not a Lee Oscar. Those have a very hard time making the reeds capable of overblowing without hissing. Also, the Hohner modular system harmonicas have a difficult time with that. So, but all the other Hohners are great, and all the other companies are. So yeah, and then the Harmonica Man, Yan, bro. First of all, it's good to see you here, and thanks for asking the question. And this guy, Michael Mitchell, also said some really, really great stuff here. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, my buddy James from Florida said, your sound is yours and unique. Trying to sound like you makes learning difficult. Trying different harps and gears is essential, but how and when do you think one finds their sound? Okay, so that's a really good question. So I believe that music is a language, 100%, and I believe that everybody that speaks any language, like in the world, almost always has their own way of speaking, whether it's cadences or pauses or the vocabulary or the cultural influence. So I think if you learn music, and by learning music, I don't mean just listening to music and imitating it, which is important. It's important to go and listen to Little Walter and everybody or whoever you're into, and to try to mimic that. But that's like learning a language off of a television set. The important thing to do is at least to some degree study what makes a chord a chord. What notes are in a scale? What are the relationship between the intervals in that particular scale? Study the major scale, the minor pentatonic, the major pentatonic, the harmonic minor, the all the modes, the 7 modes, and time and song structure and learning different chord progressions and all of these type of stuff. And it sounds hard, and it's not, but it's not. You just take it one thing at a time. Start with root notes. What is the name of the chord, and where is the note of that? If it's a G chord, where's a G on this harmonica? And if you start there, then you can just gradually expand. And it sounds like a lot of work, guys, but just start with root notes and move on. And eventually you'll start to be able to develop your own language and your own sound that's completely unique to you. And there will be no effort in that journey. It will just happen organically and naturally as you study music. The same way that James, the same way that if you were to call me right now, right, and we talk sometimes, I would know that that's you, right? Like, and you're speaking English, and but I would know that that's you, right? So that's one of the ways to develop your own sound, okay? And always continue to listen to other people too. Okay. Okay. Awesome. Michael Mitchell, thanks, bro. Look at this. These are my cigars from New Orleans. Yeah, man, I saved them. All right. Oh, look at this. Look at the whole thing is stacked full of them. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Well, pardon my language. Damn, I wasn't supposed to swear on YouTube. I'm gonna lose a bunch of ads for that. Well, all right. That's live TV for you. Hold on, let me put this up. All right. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate you being worried about my cigars. I was too. It's a small thing. The important thing is Kate and I are safe after the hurricane. The house is in pretty good shape. And we're still without power. We will be without power a while. Luckily, we're on the road and we're making money, and I'm really grateful to be here on YouTube. I'm going to get to the questions on the thing. Sorry, I'm ignoring you guys typing right now. I'm just getting to the questions that people already posed from a few days ago. Okay, let's see. Oh, thank you, Ronnie Blanchett. That's very, very, very nice. Thank you. Jace, longtime listener, very active, Jason Ricci follower. Yeah, Jace, bro, appreciate you. He said, I have a Bullet harmonica microphone. I've had it since Christmas last year. Whoever got you that, I love them. Would you recommend for beginners? What microphone would you recommend for beginners or for other players? Even though I have the Jason Ricci harmonica microphone out, the microphone I would recommend would be a Bullet, because you just plug it into the amp. It already distorts. It already compresses a little bit. And, any Bullet will work. And then as you get older, you find ones that you like more. Or as you get more experienced, maybe you're already 100 because you got to put in some hours, right? So that would work. My microphone is great, but it's a low Z microphone. All right, even if you get the impedance out, it acts like a modern day microphone. and it'll work great on small amps, but on big amps, it's better to kind of run it through a couple of effects. But on a small amp, it's great. So if, I would recommend this one. As far as bullet microphones go, if you want to buy them, like I said, I think any bullet mic will work okay. Or even any cheap microphone will work pretty good for harmonica. But if you're going to buy a bullet mic, I absolutely recommend Dennis Grinling. Dennis vets his mics really good, and he makes sure that the elements are really great, and he tests them online for you, and you can see them. And I just don't think there's a better guy to get microphones from than Dennis. Let's see. Let's go back. I'll get to the questions on the screen in just a minute. Okay, so Matija Vucic asked, here's my question. First, how are your eyes? If you don't know, I had a tumor removed from the side of my head a little while ago. And is it possible for you to make a gypsy harmonica lesson? Okay, cool. My eyes okay. Since I got the second vaccine, I've had a little bit of loss of eyesight because my immune system is going overboard, fighting COVID because I already had the antibody, so it's freaking out. That's what my doctor says. But I have good days, which tells me it's getting better. So my eyesight's pretty good. So on the gypsy stuff, okay. So regular blues stuff is going to apply, okay? But really what you want to do is get into the harmonic minor scale. So you want to check out third position and fourth and fifth position and learn your harmonic minor scale and your blues scale and your blues pentatonic scale, as well as just basic like harmony for, 6 chords and 7th chords. So regular, major, minor, but that harmonic minor scale. So the harmonic minor scale, listening to a lot of Django, obviously, and Howard. I mean, gosh, nobody plays gypsy stuff better than Howard right now that I know of. Who plays anything better than Howard, except for blues? There's some blues guys out there, but man, Howard, bro, if you ever watching this, man, come on, bro. You're so mean, man. You're so mean. All right. Hey, bro, my thoughts are with you. I rode Camille in Long Beach. Oh, yeah. The worst part was no electricity for 2 weeks after. Yep, that's what we're dealing with in New Orleans. Thank you, bro. Okay, next question. I'm going to get to these on the screen here. We'll probably do like a little bit over an hour here. So I got to move. I'm too long-winded. Let's see. Thank you, Mayhem. Clyde, thank you, Peter Austin. Thank you, everybody. You guys are so nice. All right. Let's see. Okay. So somebody asked about the wild tuned harmonica, and I caught out of the corner of my eye somebody talking about minor tuned harmonicas. Okay, so I don't personally play any tuned harmonicas. I don't have anything against it. I will tell you, it is my belief that when you change the tuning of the harmonica, you make it easier, obviously, to do something, whether that be playing a minor key or whether that be to get a certain note or something. The problem is the minute you do that, you've now made it harder to do something else. So you may have solved that problem for that song, okay? But that harmonica is now going to have a problem on another song. So I love the way Brendan Power and Will Wild and other people that use tuned harmonicas play, and I love the way they sound. And there's certain things that they're doing on those harmonicas, especially chords, that simply I cannot do. And I'm not going to sit here and say that I can. What I will tell you is that those people generally have, like, and I'm not kidding, upwards of 100 harmonicas in their case that they bring to the gig. Some of them even have a harmonica that they use for one song in their repertoire only. That's not for me. The other thing too is I have a hard enough time remembering the layout of 3 octaves of a diatonic, right? To getting the major scale in 3 octaves, right? Or the chromatic scale or any scale, right? In 3 octaves. So when you change that, for me, I have a very difficult time. So that's my opinion on tuned harmonicas. And yeah, I have not played the Will Wild one, but Will sounds great on it. And so do a lot of other cats. Okay. Video on playing as a sideman etiquette. Okay. Ralph asked that. I got that video. It's called 5 Things to Never, 5 Things to Don't Do, right? That even though that video is just for like going to jams and stuff, it definitely applies to sideman. I guess I could make a more specific video for just the sideman. Basically, when you get in the van, man, be cool. Yeah. If you're not cool and you think you're not cool, and sometimes I think I'm not cool, the best thing is headphones and a magazine. Just shut up and be on time. Be on time, and least amount of trouble possible. Yeah. Also, thanks, John, for offering to drive. Or that's nice. Naz sends his love. Naz, love you, bro. Let's see. Next up. Okay. Well, great. So the phone's freezing. Sorry. I'm going to go to the questions on the screen. You guys got a ton. So I'm so glad we got so many people here. I'm really surprised that we have that. I just lost one as soon as I said that. All right. I'm going down to the first question. Is it best to learn theory while starting out learning to play, or should you learn to play a bit of first and then learn more theory? So I would say do both at the same time. Like, just play the thing and have fun and experiment. And then maybe spend, every other couple of days, learning like maybe the root notes of a 1-4-5. All of my lessons have like an end result, like something that you can play, and are also teaching theory at the same time in, very roundabout ways. So if you're checking out my stuff or Ronnie Shellists or Howard's or any of the great YouTube harmonica teachers, and I think almost all of them are pretty good, or really good. There's a little theory in most of them. Okay, so check that out. Okay, there's the wild tuned harmonica question. Okay, there we go. So I already answered that one. Okay, let's see. Next question. I'm having difficulty bending 4-draw on a C harp. Any pointers? Also looking forward to seeing you October 2nd in Safety Harbor, Florida. Oh, cool. Me too. So I don't know why 4-draw is particularly difficult for you, but everybody has a note usually that when they're learning that's hard for them to bend. And so for you, the 4-draw is that note. So what I would say is if you can bend it on a lower harmonica or even a higher harmonica or another, get used to bending it, and that'll boost your confidence, and then go back to the C harp. As far as bending goes, it's always like an E-U, E-U. So it may actually be like so easy that it's hard. Sometimes that's the case. Okay. The Manji was the best and worst harp. I've been on low, man, but discovered DeBell, which is the best out of the box harp. Well, great. I'm glad that's the best out of the box harp for you. What skateboard do you ride, size, and truck? Yeah, man, cool question. I think I'm riding about 8 1/4 right now, Dander Holbo from Crooked, Indies all the way, and I'm using Ben Rayborn's wheels from Powell, I think, were at the time. Alan Wilson played Burning Hell, right, on John Lee Hooker's tune. Can't get it. Hope you all are well. Off the top of my head. Yeah. I think he plays it on an A harp. So I'm going 2 draw, 1 draw, 2 draw, double bend. Oh no, I'm going 2 draw, sorry. 2 draw, double bend, 1 draw. 1, yeah. 2 draw, 2 double bend, 1 draw. Going back to the double bend on 2. Back to the 1 draw. Bending the 1 draw, 1 draw, 2 draw. Kind of like that. Yeah. That's a great album. All right. Next question. Okay. Any hints for bending harps like the 1 hole on a low E? Yeah, that's tough, man. That's really hard. Okay. Dennis Grinling, I struggle with bending low notes, and Dennis is doing it tongue blocking. Dennis plays the best low harp stuff of anybody. Primich has got some good stuff on that Mr. Lucky on a low E flat. I love it playing on that. Yeah, Dennis told me it's like swallowing a golf ball. Whoa. Like trying to allow a golf ball, right? You know, anyway, yeah, I'm going to give you Dennis's hint. Do you prefer a wood or plastic comb? I like the wood combs, but I play a lot of Corian, which is plastic. I play a lot of metal. My favorite are the phenolic resins from Blue Moon, and also some of the metal combs too from Blue Moon. Those are fun, like the brass and the aluminum and all that. Okay, does a harmonica player need any other key other than C? Unless you're really, really good, you need all the keys. You know who's really, really good is Octavio Castro, right? So he's a Brazilian guy. Oh my gosh, he plays everything on a C harp. It's incredible. He's incredible. You guys got to check him out. I'm going on his Instagram, get his albums. I think he's the most underrated harmonica player in the entire world, right? Octavio Castro. I need to talk more about Octavio. Holy Christmas, is he amazing? Do harmonica players need any other? Oh yeah, that's the same question. Richard said, I used to take harmonic minors to Mexico and play with mariachi bands on the street. Yeah, sure. Do you have a harmonica warm-up exercise? I've never heard much by pro players about this. Yeah. So for me, I definitely do. For me, it's scale exercises. So I'll take a scale, like I'll go up 3 notes of it, go down 1 and up 3 again, down 1 and up 3 again. And I'll do it in 2s. And I'll do it with different scales. up and down. That was the Aeolian mode in third. So I'll do it in different scales with different positions, and keep going. Greetings, Mooncat. Oh, what a cute emoji. If you never have to do that, something else, it seems worth it. Okay. Oh shit, I lost. Sorry, my language. I got to work on that. All right, let me see. Okay, keep going down the list. Hi, Jason. Do a tutorial of Nuit Waltz. Those notes remind me of it. Yeah. It's very similar. It's kind of like harmonic minor Aeolian mixture on that. Do you have a harmonica warm-up? We answered that. If you never have to do that, something else. Okay, let's see. I love high-key harmonicas. Yeah, wow, Ian, me too, bro. Such as D, E, and F. But I find them difficult to play and quickly run out of breath when I play them. Wow, okay, I'm the opposite. I find them, they're easier to play with less breath. But okay, am I doing something wrong? Okay, yeah, I wouldn't say you're doing anything wrong. What I will say is you don't have to play them as hard. I mean, I'm barely blowing in. Just barely blow into them. That's why I like them. I'm just. They're just like, they're so delicate. You just barely blow into them. That's what I would say. I really like you as a side band in David Fowler's band. Thank you, Yan. That was so fun. Damon was great. How difficult was it learning what to play with Damon Fowler? Okay, I'm going to say it wasn't really hard, but it would have been easier if Damon sent me the tunes ahead of time. And I asked him, I said, please send me the songs. He said, oh, no, you got it. It's all straight ahead stuff. And it wasn't. So took me a few gigs to kind of hear where the punches were and some of the weird chords were. Again, music theory really helps in being able to ask questions. So like at one point the bass player says, okay, it's just chromatic down from the 4 in the middle of the song. Now, if you don't know what that means, you got to stop and ask him after the gig, okay, what's the first note? What's the second note? What's the third note? And then you got to figure out, and he has to have his bass with him if you don't know the names of the notes, right? So theory, or terminology is super important for, time is money. People don't like to spend a lot of time. They're going to work with the guy that can do it the fastest, the easiest, and can speak the language. That's just how being a professional works. Or if you just want to learn music faster, right? If I had to pick one harp out of the box to play, what would it be? I think I'm going to go with like a Hohner crossover or Hohner deluxe, right? Okay. Glenn Dunnington. Jason, thanks for sharing your art. You are a wonder. Saw you 10 years ago. Or so up close at the New Jersey Folk Project in Morristown. You blew me away. Awesome, man. Thank you, bro. Greetings from Costa Rica. Thank you. Hey, Jason, when you do your really fast arpeggios, are you lip pursing or tongue blocking? Okay. Most of the time I'm lip pursing. Okay. So now some of the stuff, I might tongue block like in third. Right, but most of the time I'm absolutely lip pursing. All of that is lip pursing. Thank you. What golf ball do you recommend to swallow? Yeah, man. Good one. All right. Let's see. Howard Levy doesn't what? Frogtown Road. I don't know. You said Howard Levy doesn't. Um, let's see. Next question. Jason, James from Florida. Hey, bro. Good. You skipping out on work? Sorry, YouTube didn't remind you. Which reeds do you close the gap for an overblow? Is it the top plate? Both draw and blow. The great question. They both interact with each other to create. It's about air tightness. When you're closing the gaps, less air is escaping. So even if you're trying to overblow, it's important to remember that the draw reed is actually the reed that makes the noise when you overblow. Even though you're blowing, it's the draw reed that makes the noise. So they both interact, and having the blow reed tightened will allow that air to get back down to the draw reed faster. And even if you're talking about bending on an inhale, having the blow reed tighter will create a more airtight harmonica that will allow for easier bends and overblows. Bro, you earned a big beer here. Thanks, man. I don't drink, but I'll take a giant root beer. And you know, let's do like a Habano sometime. Any advice on wanting to practice, but anxiety, depression gets in the way. Also awesome to meet you in Arkville. I was brimming for days that you let me try your rig. Andrew, great meeting you and your wife, girlfriend. You guys are beautiful. I appreciate it. So with depression and anxiety and that getting in the way of practicing, I understand completely. What I would do is I would set down a 10 or 15 minute every other day, every 3 days, simple exercise of something that you know, not like improv. Okay. You know, some kind of take one of my lessons or somebody else's lessons or scale exercise or something. And I would just run it for 5 or 10 minutes. And you may find that the harmonica and music start to inspire you. And, you know, while you're running something that's scheduled, that's small, it's just a 5-minute task. You got to force yourself. You got to force yourself to pick the instrument up and try it. You may find that it actually inspires you. Okay. And that you end up playing much longer and having fun after that. That's a good question. When you first started showing that little exercise where you go up 4 and down 1 and then up again, were you playing in third position? At first I was playing in cross and then I switched to third. Okay. But you can do it in any position with any scale that you want. I have a question about expanding musical vocabulary. It took me time to put thing learn at home while jamming on a gig without forcing myself. Do you have some advice on how to use new licks naturally? So the more you practice the lick, the easier it'll come into the gig. So what I've heard, and I believe this to be mostly true, is it takes around 6 months for a new idea to organically work its way into your playing. Of course, that can be sped up probably as soon as, you know, a few days with excessive practice. But generally speaking, if you're just practicing and stuff, it takes about 6 months. But you got to keep practicing. So that's what I'm going to go with that. It takes a while. How about that? It takes a while before you're not forcing something in. Now you may be able to get it in that night. You might learn something in the afternoon and that evening be able to get it into the gig, and it might go good and people will like it. But before it becomes a natural thing, I think, you know, it takes 6 months. It's taken me 6 years to incorporate tongue blocking, single notes, and bend notes naturally because I didn't work really hard at it. I just worked at it here and there until it became something that I don't think about anymore. I have a question about expand. Oh yeah, that same one. Will you ever re-explore blind Alan Wilson? Of course. I will always come back to Alan Wilson. My videos, James, on the box rhythm, okay, really heavily get into some Alan stuff. And even today, we talked about Alan's playing on Burning Hell. So I will. Now, as far as going back and listening to a record and dissecting that for you guys, the problem with that is that YouTube flags my videos when I play other people's music. And then I have to get into very informal legal procedure with YouTube where I have to tell them that the video is fair use based on education. And then ultimately the record company has to decide whether or not I'm allowed to show the video or monetize the video, meaning allow ads to come on the videos. And that is a motivation for me. I'm not going to lie. Like when I make videos and those ads get put on them, it generates a small amount of income that really helps Kate and I and makes these videos a priority. So I can talk a lot about Alan without actually pulling out the record and playing it. Okay. So there's my answers. Always, I will talk about Alan. All right. Like always, there will always be lessons where his name will come up and his music will be explored. All right. Big Blue Lolo. About learning new solos on your album, Done with the Devil, you have a song called Tryptophan Pterodactyl. I just wanted to ask you about the key and position. Okay, I think it's in E minor in its third position. I don't remember how to play it actually, but yes, it's third position minor, but there's all kinds of accidentals in there. Yeah, New Orleans is messed up. Mostly it's the power that we're dealing with. Getting out of breath. Oh, I think about the high harps. Ian said, I think I meant drawing into the high harp keys was when I was getting out of breath. Yeah. Yeah. Again, just don't draw as hard, but yeah, just kind of, the lighter you play, like no matter what harmonica it is, as long as the harmonica is set up and pretty airtight, most of the new harmonicas are, even I have to consciously remind myself to not play hard. All right. I have to consciously remind myself to relax, to drop my shoulders, and to play. And so usually if I get onto a gig and I'm kind of stressed, like I don't like the way the amp sounds or the room, or maybe I had some stuff going on that day, whatever it is, it's not uncommon. As a matter of fact, it's almost uniform that at some point in the show, usually one song in, hopefully, or half a song in or less, I say to myself, geez, Jay, just take a deep breath, relax. It's not Carnegie Hall. Even if it was Carnegie Hall, a good gig at Carnegie Hall is actually less important to the world than the garbage man showing up and getting the garbage, because then vermin would come and rats and things. So music is not so important. So relax your shoulders, breathe naturally into the instrument. Just relax, right? Whatever it is, whether it's a scale. Just relax, don't blow hard, enjoy it. And it's tough. It's not easy. Certain situations when you can't hear yourself, it's very easy to start playing louder because you think that's going to work, and it just never does. Any chance you will work with Damon on his next album? I hope so, Jan. I hope so, Chicken Man. Why don't you play chromatic jazz harmonica? I'm not very good at chromatic, number one. Number two, I can play chromatically on a diatonic, thanks to overblows and bending. The main reason, though, Zachariah, I don't play more jazz on diatonic or chromatic is the lack of knowledge that I have concerning chord structure and harmony. Now, while I understand what makes up major chords and sixth chords and seventh chords and ninth chords even and minor sevens and stuff like that, I understand how to arpeggiate all those chords and how to improvise. I really only know how to do that on some very basic blues and jazz kinds of changes. So when you add in new chords, there comes with new, or when you add in different chords that are not a 1, 4, and a 5, I need to learn those too. And I haven't done a lot of work. So to answer your question, the real reason is laziness. That's number one. Number two is that I'm still fascinated with how to play basic blues and basic jazz correctly. So the reason you don't hear me playing advanced jazz is I'm still learning how to do what I do now better. Okay, so it's a two-part answer, okay? Laziness and also being a perfectionist and wanting to get what I'm already doing really good instead of being an okay modern jazz player. I'd rather be a really good jazz blues player. So I hope that helps. Oh, I just lost my place again. Okay. Ooh, Tom Townsley is here? Cool. Let's see. All right, let me see. What do you suggest to improv? Okay, let's see. What do you suggest to improv the tempo and rhythm when playing harmonica? I don't have any difficulty when playing the downbeat, but with syncopation, I normally get out of tempo. Okay, so in that one particular situation, I would recommend working with a backing track and then turning the backing track off and trying to do what you were doing with the backing track. But if you have the chords, it's really good most of the time to not play with the backing track, to be able to do what you want to do without it and then go to it. But sometimes you need the backing track as a little bit of a paint by numbers kind of guide. And then when you turn it off, you're actually better because you have that in your head. So again, there's never any right answer to anything, right? So for you, I would say use the backing track and practice with that. And that way you won't get out of tempo, and then turn it off and then try it without it. Great question, Alberto. And I feel your pain too, bro. I feel it. Congrats, Jason, on the new sign up with Gulf Coast. Yeah. Looking forward to the new album. The new album, Colin, is incredible. You guys are going to love it. I'm so wanting to play it for you guys, and I can't. But October 22nd. What do you think that people some musicians believe that the harmonica is limited? Or why do I think that? Well, because there's so many bad harmonica players. Maybe they're not bad. Maybe there's so many guys that are just fooling around with it. And I don't blame them. It's basically an open tuned instrument. They get good enough on it and they're happy. Right. You just inhale on it and it sounds good. Right. So you can't blame them for kind of getting satisfied and then going back to studying guitar or saxophone or whatever they do most. Oh, I'm glad you like the crossovers. All right. Let's see. Is there anything I can do to my Lee Oscar harps to make them tighter? I feel like it takes twice the breath to get a decent sound off of them. I don't know. I don't play those harmonicas. I really love Lee Oscar as a musician. He's one of my very favorite musicians in the world. I don't know where I would be without the years of listening to Lee. But I do not like those harmonicas. And I hate saying that. I hate saying that. I'm sorry. I think when I was young, I liked them. They were okay. As I got better and wanted to do more stuff, I had a hard time. So anyway, sorry. I hate saying bad things about those, but that's the truth for me. How does John Popper have such a crazy clean tone on his solos? Also, I don't get why he gets so much hate. Neither do I. Part of the clean tone is the 58, the 58 microphone, Shure SM58 microphone. It's a big part of that clean tone. Okay. So yeah, the 58 microphone is a huge part of that. Okay. And I don't understand why people don't like him. He's incredible. Okay. By the way, I have a good set of special 20s. Oh, okay, good. But don't want to feel like I've got a whole set of Lee Oscars that I don't want to use anymore. I don't know. Maybe put them on eBay, bro. Just clean them really good. Tell people that you've sanitized them and cleaned them and sell them, or keep them as practice harps, right? When you come back to New Jersey, when are you coming back to New Jersey? I don't know when this COVID thing is over, right? When it's mellowed out. Like, I'm still touring, I'm going places, okay, but there are not a lot of bookings happening because we're all afraid of cancellations, okay? So that's part of the problem. Do you think the 5-9 draw and 6-10 draws octave splits can sound any good? Yes. 5-9. Oh, well, this one's stuck. Oh, man, how embarrassing. All right, let's do it on another harp. Okay. There's the 5-9. 6-10. I'm on an A flat. I mean, let's go no further than William Clark and George Smith, right? Here's a B flat. Man, it's fun. Yeah, triple hole splits. Hard to learn at first, fun later. Depression in practicing, I'll do something boring and usually scales after 5 to 10 minutes. That's Mal. That's Mal talking to you, Andrew Parker. If you want to know about beating and overcoming depression, anxiety, social disorder, you find Mal on Facebook or here. You guys get together. Mal will help you. Mal is an incredible person who has overcome immense amounts of social anxiety and depression and everything else, all through music, and all very organically and naturally over time. He never forced himself to do it. I never forced him either. Mal's one of my very favorite people and a student who's been with me for 5 years. We don't work together enough anymore. Usually it's, I don't know, like once every 2 months now at this point or something. But Mal has really, you, bro, you are an inspiration to me. Okay. It's not the other way around anymore. When I look at your posts and I see how you're doing and how well you're doing right now, I breathe better, bro. I breathe better. I look at the world better. I'm so proud of you. And if I had anything to do with any of it, I'm really grateful, but you did it all on your own, bro. You did it all on your own. You're a warrior, man. You're a warrior. And I love you. And Andrew Parker, get with Mal. Mal will help you for fun, like, because he just wants to talk about like good things. Okay. So yeah, dig on this guy right here, Mal Sankey. Okay. Check him out. All right. Australian harmonica player. He's in a couple bands right now, dealing with some COVID stuff down in Australia. Okay. But he's working. He's happy. He's intuitively making good decisions. He's learning from everything, and he's dealt with all of that stuff. It's not like it's finished. Okay. He still deals with it, but he has a toolkit now, and he's incredible. Yeah. Check him out. Andrew, check out Mal. He's talking to you, bro. All right. Burt Reynolds, I'm on house arrest. Bro, I've been there with an ankle monitor. Thank you for doing this Q&A. My man, Burt, bro, man. Yeah, man. I hear you, bro. I hear you, man. Yeah, man. My pleasure to help with house arrest. Yeah. Yeah. I've actually not been on house arrest, but I've been in work release, and I've been in jail, right? For long periods of time, a couple of times. So I get it, bro. I get it, man. All right. Oh man, I'm late. Nice to see you. Hello from Guatemala. Oh, buenos dias, Diego. ¿Cómo estás? Mi hermano de música. Hey man, yo, I love Guatemala. I was in Guatemala when I was a kid for 3 months. Yeah, man. Beautiful, beautiful. Love the money, the quetzales, man. The quetzales, man. Yeah, what's up? I'm sure it comes easy for you, but how did you, when it wasn't easy, go about finding jams and guys and gals to play with? I'm in Colorado Springs, not exactly blues country. Okay, well, I grew up in Maine. Okay, so less blues country than Colorado Springs. And then I went to college where I did most of my blues jamming in Idaho, Boise. Okay, and I found them. So you can too. Colorado Springs has got stuff. I've been there. But yeah, so also now, man, the internet, gosh, it's incredible. You can find anything. I'm a big fan. I learned a lot from you. Much love from Brazil. Much love back. I appreciate you. Jason, the question about was, do you need to use chromatic harps then in C? Only reason I could think is the same reason people use other tunings on diatonic. Makes it easier to play one thing. Okay. Look, I don't play chromatic, right? I play a little. I tried to get one song on my new album with Joe, but we ran out of time. The next album will have it. Okay. Yeah, I just don't. It's probably easier. Yes, you push a button, but I'm just not familiar with the layout as well as I am the diatonics. It's actually easier for me to play it on diatonic, even with the overblows and bends, than it is on chromatic, because I'm just not as familiar with chromatic. That's it. Yeah, Colorado Springs is probably a lot better than Denver, somebody said, bro. Big Boy Crabshaw. Cool name, bro. Do you know? Oh, I lost my place. Damn. All right, let me go back. Boy, so many questions here. Almost at an hour right now. I'll go a little longer than an hour. Oh, yeah. Somebody, Bonnie, sorry about the flooding, dealing with Ida. Man. Oh, God, my basement flooded. I'm glad it's just your basement, Bonnie. Great to see you here, by the way. Hurt Reynolds. Dude, you're awesome. And your name is hilarious, bro. All right. I'm almost back where I was. Okay. Do you know a blues festival called Blues Cazorla? It's one of the most important festivals in Spain and Europe. Your friend Rafa from Spain. All right. Hey, Rafa, babe. What's up, babe? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? I can't say it. I'm doing the Mexican dialect. Sorry. Yo, bro, like, I don't know that festival. Get me there, man. Send them an email. Say, book Jason. That helps a lot. I hope to be there too. And Jason, man, I do not equal God. I equal a child of God, and a very, very flawed one at that. But thank you, bro. Dealing with Ida here. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Bonnie. Yep. New JR Mike, now the best. Hey, best birthday present month ever. Yeah, James, bro. I know, look, dude, I know you're going through withdrawal from our lessons. But dude, my life right now is very, 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 very close to the chaos level. The amount of stuff that I have to do. Even this Q&A today is pushing it. Like, just getting here to do this was not easy. Okay. Sorry. Hey, Jay, I use Lee Oscars extensively. They are so easy to play over here in the UK. They're great from the box. Okay, so there you go. So Colin Kirby loves them, right? So see, look, man, in the end, it's about what you like. That's all. Thanks for putting out lessons on YouTube, Jason. Missed you in Wisconsin. Oh, man, that was a fun one. That Altered 5 album that I'm on, number 1 on the charts, right? As of today, number one. Great album. That's who I played with up there, and Larry Bell too. Hello, bro. Why most of the blues players playing only scales up and down, not the melodic stuffs. Geez, Gaji, I don't even think most of the blues players are playing scales. I think they're copying Little Walter and as best as they can, which isn't even very good most of the time. So, God, I don't know why. I don't know what. And by the way, what's up, Gaji? And I love you. Hey, Jason, not to add negativity here, but as a fellow sufferer, I want to confide in you. I've been feeling like my life is worthless. Recently, someone I love really hurt me very bad recently. Okay, executioner from Shalom. You're not alone. Okay, reach out to other people. It might be really hard right now. Okay, your life is not worthless. And the experience that you are going through right now, where you feel worthless, is actually one of the most valuable things that can happen to you. Because I have felt that. And I mean 100%. In a trailer in Indiana that I was renting a room for $300 a month, no job. The person I'm renting from was a convicted pedophile. I have a police record. I'm looking at 12 years in prison. I've lost everything. I don't know if I can stay sober. I'm suffering with mental illness. I can't stop drinking. I know what that feels like. The only amazing thing about that is I can tell you right now, bro, that I know what that feels like. And that experience is real. And I can tell you it got better for me. It took a lot of hard work. It took a lot of falling down and having to get back up. But it was all worth it because I can look this camera in the eye sincerely and tell you, man, that I've been there and you're not alone. And you can use this experience. If you live through this, man, and you need to try, you need to try. Okay. You don't give up. Every single failure that you make is okay, bro. And it's forgiven and you're loved and it's understood and it happens and it's part of the process. And these bullshit cliches, and I hate to say them as much as I hate to hear them, but it's not how many times you get knocked down, bro. It's how many times you get up. Get up. Get up. Okay. And when you if you fall back down at 5 p.m. today, get up again when you can. Okay. And forgive yourself. Be easy on yourself. Okay. Love yourself as best as you can. And if you don't, know that God loves you. Okay. And if you don't believe in God, then know that somebody like me, that even though I don't know you, for you to write that right now and to tell me that, know that I love you. Okay. I love the idea of you. I don't know who the hell Executioner from Shalom 77 is, but I love what you wrote, bro. And I know it's real. And I know you're struggling right now. And I know that struggle is going to make you a better person, but you need to embrace the suck. Embrace the shit right now and say, this is tough. This is hard, but this is going to make me something someday. There is a purpose for this. And if you don't think there's any purpose, I don't blame you. But add the purpose. Define the purpose. Make that purpose yours. Make it your decision. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Hang in there. People love you. Reach out. Get in the community. If it's alcohol and drugs, get help. If it's depression and anxiety, get help. If it's bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, get help. Reach out. Go out of your way. Get with people. Get with other people, okay? I feel bad even answering the next question, but I'm going to move on. Executioner from Shalom, 77. Hey, bro, you're not worthless. Next question. Flat Sand the Draw replay. The Lee Oscar serial number stamp makes them leaky. Oh, interesting. Do you wear the low or high reed? I don't know what that means. Sorry, Emmanuel. Both low and high reed need adjustment. Can you teach us how you do that thing where you kind of scream into the harmonica? So you make a noise, ooh, and you try to play at the same time. And you try to match the pitch. That's inhaling. That's how I do it. I had a full set of Lee Oscars, great harps from the 1980s and 90s. Too hard to overblow. That's my only problem with them, Mal. Thanks, bud. God bless. Thanks. God bless you, Robert. Thanks, Jay. Takes time. I love you, Mal. Bro, dude. Awesome, Jason. Your encouragement to those who need it is outstanding. Love you as a real person. Can't wait to meet you in 22. I know, CK. It's going to be great. All right, Andrew Park. Oh, Andrew Park just said Mal a friend request. I love it. My favorite thing is two people coming together. Yes, the harmonica community is awesome. Let me go back. Almost to the end. No way, dude. You were in Guatemala. Yeah, when I was 13 for 3 months. When you coming back? Antigua, Guatemala surely has some venues you can jam in. Oh my God, I would love to come. Love to come back to Antigua. Lars, love you, bro. Nice to see you, my bro. I got a friend calling. I'm gonna get that in a minute. Hold on, let me just tell him to call him right back. I'm gonna brag. That was Rod Hodges from the Iguanas. Pretty awesome life I have here. Every time you come to town, I'm working. I have an interesting question. Do you consider grooving to famous harp tunes most of the day a disease or a blessing? What is the correct dose of grooving through the famous songs versus your own? Hey, man, sometimes we do too much of that. And then sometimes we do too much of our own. All right. So, hey, bro, just be you, man. If you're having fun, go with it, bro. Go with it. Brandon Beard, Squirt Reynolds. Oh, Brandon, dude, you're funny, bro. Dude, I miss you, bro. I love you, by the way. By the way, at Catskills, when you asked us to do a jam on the D harmonica, I was on my 9th beer. I've never jammed with Andrew, with anyone before. I hope I sounded okay. Chicken Man, dude, we had fun, bro. We had fun, man. You are such a real person. Again, thanks. All right, I'm almost done. Thanks, Jay. Love you. Thanks, Jason. Thanks for everything. Robert Feynman, yes, I shall. Hey, listen, God bless you guys. I had a wonderful time here today. We'll do this again next Friday, okay? Same time, 1 p.m., unless the Bender, I'm in Vegas at the Blues Bender, unless they got me scheduled for a show. We'll try to keep it at 1 p.m. Thanks, guys, so much. I really appreciate it, everybody. Yeah, man. My bro, Shalom 77, man. Hang in there, man. Andrew Parker, hang in there. Love you guys, man. I will see you next Friday. I'll try to get some live videos for you guys uploaded. Right now, one of the advantages is Kate is now here with me in Houston and we'll be in Vegas. So I have the computer and not just the phone. Big difference, man. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you next time. This is the end. You are my wonderful friends. All right. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Cool. Thank you. It's been cool. I enjoyed it. I'll see you next time. Meow.